We're spilling the beans on the top local secrets of what life is really like in Asheville, North Carolina, and what locals know and you don't yet. If you've been dreaming of owning a home in Asheville, it's important to separate the myth from the reality. And one of the common misconceptions is that buying a home for around $600,000 guarantees you a secluded piece of mountain paradise. However, the truth is a little bit more nuanced, and you're definitely gonna wanna stay around to the end to find out if you can even handle being a local Ashevillean. You see, Asheville is known for its diverse landscape, from charming neighborhoods nestled in the city to homes perched on mountainsides with sweeping views. But what catches some buyers off guard is the presence of sporadic single homes or manufactured homes mixed with traditional housing. So these single wides can be scattered throughout the region and even in some upscale areas. So this isn't a reflection of the overall quality of the neighborhood themselves. It's just simply a part of Asheville's housing tapestry. So you may be passing by all the types of homes and neighborhoods on your way around Western North Carolina in general and find different types of homes that pop up. I mean, in fact, I just sold a $1 million home in a pristine gated community 20 minutes away from town, where you would drive by homes owned by people of different socioeconomic backgrounds of all kinds. It's not uncommon. It's just part of the charm of the area. We're not boarded off or like sheltered from our neighbors as much. We're pretty diverse. And if this makes you a bit anxious, then dive into understanding the zoning regulations when it comes to property distribution in Asheville or Buncombe County. Zoning laws can determine how land can be built and used and can be used in different areas. So, Asheville and its surrounding areas have a range of zoning types, from residential to commercial to agricultural. And this means that you may have a multi-million-dollar home next to a more modest dwelling, and it's all perfectly within the zoning regulations. And this can easily be seen when we look at the MLS for neighborhoods and particular homes. Also, check out Google Earth. It's a great resource so that you can see exactly what is near that perfect home that you found. So if you're on the hunt for the dream home, it's important to work with a real estate agent who can help navigate these little nuances. We can help guide you through Asheville's diverse neighborhoods and explain the zoning laws and help you find the right fit for your lifestyle, budget, and preferences. Okay, so here's another local secret for you. And I want you to hear about this one, so listen up and leave a comment down below because I'm curious what you think about it. This is about the breweries in Asheville. Now, don't get me wrong, the breweries are amazing, but there's a twist, and it's not just about the beer. They are also about the community and creating this relaxed, welcoming atmosphere that includes families and kids and music and parties, and it just embraces the whole family-friendly vibe wholeheartedly. I mean, I've seen many a brewery birthday party happening. But let me tell you this, and then here's the other side to the story, and of course it's totally Asheville. So do you ever wonder what happens when the clock strikes a certain hour towards the evening time at these establishments? Well, that's when the kids get the boot. Yeah, you heard me right. Asheville's family friendly, but our breweries have a bedtime for the little ones. And according to the Raleigh News and Observer, a recent decision by a local brewery here in Asheville has striked a little bit of a debate. So they only admit patrons aged 21 and up after 8 p.m. So some parents are a little unhappy about that. I have to go home. While others are like, yeah, totally makes sense. And they're kind of happy that there's a little bit more of an adult-oriented atmosphere towards the evening hours. So what do you think? Do you think breweries should kick kids out at a certain time, or do you think they should let them stay? Comment down below and let me know. Okay, so here's another local tip. And it's about hiking and enjoying the outdoor atmosphere that Asheville provides so well. So when it comes to hiking during Asheville's bustling tourist season, timing can make all the difference. So to truly savor the tranquility of our breathtaking trails and avoid the crowds, here's a golden tip. Steer clear of the weekends and get up early. So the weekends are prime time for tourists, who are having just a weekend getaway to come up here and hang out and go hiking, get their hike on. And locals, of course, are working during the week too, so they go out there and they're on the trails too. And there are lots of popular routes that can sometimes create this like highway of hikers. It's not that bad, but if you're annoyed by people, it's probably not so fun. So if you're seeking a more serene experience and a chance to really connect with nature in a very quiet way without hustle and bustle, then go on the weekdays and go early. So by choosing that right timing, you can enjoy the beauty of the trails without feeling like you're part of a parade or something like that. And if you really want to embrace the tranquility of an Asheville sunrise and really beat the crowds, early morning is absolutely stunning. It is the best time to hit those trails. The cool morning air is so invigorating, making it ideal to have a really refreshing start to your adventure in your day. Second, you'll often have the trails to yourself or just share them with like-minded early birds, allowing for a more intimate and peaceful experience. We often talk about the best places to go and find nature all around Asheville, and truly it's everywhere. But if you'd like to learn more about that, then hit the subscribe button, click the little bell so that you'll be notified every time we make new videos. And it's important to choose, the right path too, when you're looking at where to go and be in nature in Asheville. And when you become part of the Asheville community, you'll quickly realize that your neighbors and friends will become a wealth of information and resources for you. So these local insiders will have all the best hiking spots, all the trails, how to get there, where to park. And the real magic of Asheville lies in the local scene, in the local community. It's this vibrant community that's deeply connected and to the land and to the trails. And by tapping into this network of outdoor enthusiasts, you'll uncover hidden trails that nobody else knows about that will often lead to these breathtaking overlooks and viewpoints and picnic spots and top secret camping places where you won't find anybody else. Now, if I told you about these in this video, I'd probably be granting you special access to privy local information, and I'd probably get in a little bit of trouble, so I have to be careful with that. But anyway, you're gonna find out your own secret spots when you move here, so just know that they're out there waiting for you. The next thing that we need to talk about are dogs and bears. So Asheville is undeniably a dog lover's paradise. With the landscapes and the hikes and the parks and the welcoming attitude to our four-legged friends, many people move to this charming city with the assumption that it's a perfect place to have dogs. And it is, because they think, I'm just gonna let them run free, given the dog-friendly culture. But like everywhere, really, and remember, this is a city, we have leash laws, and even on the hiking trails, you'll find a sign that says you must keep your dog on a leash. Not everybody does, but it says that you should. And I know that can be hard, as the dogs are in nature and they want to run free and they want to live their best lives, and you love them and you want them to have a good time, but you have to consider this. So here's the deal. Picture this. You're out, you're on a serene hike. You've been strolling for a good 30 minutes. It feels like you're in a world of your own, far removed from the presence of other hikers. And in this moment of isolation, you make a decision. It's time to let Rocco off the leash. And you witness this immediate transformation. A delightful surprise sweeps over Rocco's face, quickly followed by a smile of recognition. He is free, he's in his element, he is happily making loops around you, living his best dog life, and as he turns a corner, your peaceful excursion takes an unexpected turn. There just ahead lies a bear, and Rocco, being the loyal companion that he is, senses the potential threat and responds with a low growl, or possibly even makes a brave move towards the bear. In most cases, when there's a bear, the bear, doesn't really do too much. It just kind of acknowledges the presence of the human with a gentle, perhaps uncomfortable, long stare, and then calmly walks away to continue with his day. However, in this situation, Rocco refuses to back down and a challenging situation arises. It's a moment where either Rocco or the bear or both of you may have a problem on your hands. It's a less than ideal scenario, but it's a reminder that even in the most tranquil outdoor settings, unexpected encounters can occur in Asheville and the surrounding mountains. So it's a good idea to be responsible, not only for the other people, but for Rocco and for yourself. So here's another tip. If you're going to go out to eat, time it right. So Asheville is a hidden gem when it comes to dining off the beaten path as well. I mean, there's a fantastic foodie scene. You'll discover wonderful restaurants tucked away in each corner of different areas throughout the city. But what makes the places truly special is that they're well-kept secrets of locals. And you'll often find your neighbors and your friends and your acquaintances gathered there, and the servers usually warmly greet you by name. It's like your own little culinary haven. However, there's one catch. Late night dining in Asheville is a bit different than what you may expect in late night dining anywhere else, like a big city, or especially like Europe, like Rome or Florence, where they're dining late into the evening. So if you're hoping for a leisurely extended meal that's going to start a little bit later, it's wise to do some prior research because kitchens close down. So many restaurants in Asheville, they wrap up their dinner service relatively early, often stopping by like 9 o'clock. So if you're dreaming of a date night dessert that follows up your fabulous date that you just had with this incredible person, and you're going to continue that on and meet at another location afterwards, like even a local dessert bar closes around 10 p.m. So if you don't want to get the stink eye while eating your lava cake, go a little early. It's not that Asheville has transformed into a town of old fogies, but when it comes to late night dining, we do have our own rhythm. So whether you're exploring the hidden culinary treasures of the late night gastronomic adventure, a little preparation can go a long way to savor every moment of the experience. Okay, next local tip, and these are for people who have kids, so listen up, this is serious. If you're a parent, you know that the summer break can be both a blessing and a challenge. Asheville offers a wide variety of summer camps for kids, but here's the insider tip. To secure a spot for your child, it is wise to start thinking about summer camps as early as January. That's when they first start. I think it's the YMCA that starts first. So, I mean, make a spreadsheet serious. I mean, like, this is big time. So pick the camps you want, check with your buddies to see where their kids are going. Maybe you can team up. Pre-register on the camp's websites with your kids' information and your credit card number, and then make a reminder in your calendar when the registration opens. Actually, make a reminder of a reminder of a reminder. And then get your trigger finger ready for the exact time. I mean, train like you are buying tickets for a Taylor Swift concert. It's that big time. So get an assistant if needed. It can be really time consuming. And if you miss the window, it's gonna be a long summer of sad eyes looking at you while their friends are out finding fairies in the forest. Okay, kid tip number 2, join a childcare waiting list before conception. Once that pang hits for the possibility of even having a child, register. Now, of course, I'm kidding a bit. It might sound a bit surprising, but the sooner you get your child's name on a waiting list for preschool or full-time daycare, the better. So childcare centers around Asheville, especially the highly sought after ones, often have limited spots and they fill up quickly. So if you're planning to return to work after having a baby and you need reliable childcare, early preparation is key. And as soon as that pregnancy is confirmed, find some options. Here's another local insider tip. Do not be overly prepared when it comes to trash day. It is your time to slack. Take the trash out the morning of trash day, no sooner. Otherwise, you're gonna have a big heap of mess to clean up. Or it's gonna look like you've just totally lost your marbles. I've driven by people's homes some days and I've thought, man, they must really be going through a hard time right now because they just have their trash out all over the front yard, but it's really, of course, not them. Some bear has gotten into bear buffet day and then they have sorted it all over their yard versus like what the bear wants to eat and what the bear doesn't want to eat. So if you're out of town, get a neighbor to do it for you and keep a lock on the can or keep it in a protected area until the magic people in the green truck come and pick it up. And then again, when it comes to housing in the Asheville area, there's a valuable insider tip to keep in mind. Many folks who consider themselves part of the Asheville community actually reside in areas outside of Asheville, like Weaverville or Black Mountain or Candler. They're all kind of almost considered parts of Asheville these days. And so Asheville's charm kind of expands and extends into these different areas well beyond the city limits. And there's a place for nearly everyone to call home, regardless of their preferences or budget. Well, if you're looking for a single family detached home, you're going to be hard pressed to find anything under $300,000. However, the good news is that Asheville's vibrant community spirit extends far beyond the city center. So people reside all over Buncombe County, and they still enjoy the many benefits that Asheville proper has to offer. You don't have to live within the city limits to fully enjoy all the aspects of the Asheville experience. And if you want to learn more about some of those other areas, then hit the subscribe button, click the bell, as we're going to be double timing our profiles of local areas coming up, and you're going to want to see these videos. And one of the things that you definitely want to know about are the traffic tips of Asheville. Here's a good one, specifically I-26 and the Blue Ridge Parkway. So the Blue Ridge Parkway is a wonderful alternative route to take places, but sometimes it can be a little bit unpredictable. Like say you're all geared up for an epic hike along the parkway, the sun is shining, the air is crisp, you're up early, it's a weekday, you're ready for an adventure, but hold on tight, all of a sudden the Blue Ridge Parkway is closed. So sometimes it's known to be closed for no reason, and they don't have to provide a reason. They are the Blue Ridge Parkway. So then you kind of have to make another route or choose a different hike that day, and it can be somewhat of an inconvenience. So check online before you go. And another word to the wise, if you are on a daring quest that absolutely requires it, then avoid I-26, especially from Bent Creek to Airport Road at all costs. Yeah, sometimes you'll see some folks drive on I-26 like they are searching for a hidden pirate treasure or something like that, and it can get a bit wild there. Plus, there's that construction that's been happening there for at least 143 years. So you can always tell who's taken a wrong turn and ended up on this stretch of highway with no real exit options in sight by their wide-eyed, like single tear frustration. So just go a different route. Ask your GPS. Do the thing. Just avoid it if you can. We know almost everything about Asheville, and we help people move here every single day. So watch these videos right here and call us up. Until then, ciao for now.